All right, let's call to order the Sparks City Council meeting for Monday, August 11th with a roll call.
Mayor Lawson.
Here.
Council members Abbott.
Here.
Vanderwell.
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
Bybee.
Here.
Rodriguez.
Here.
Assistant City Attorney Northington. City Manager Louthan.
Here.
We have a quorum. Thank you.
Okay, our invocation is going to be given by our City Attorney, Wes Duncan.
Great school year, and we are thankful.
Amen. Mr. Rodriguez, will you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sounds like my dishwasher alarm.
It sounds like my washing machine. It does the little thingy.
All right, public comment. Do we have any public comment, Madam Clerk?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, anyone in the public wishing to comment at this time? All right, we'll bring it back to the dais. Looking for an approval of the agenda. Ms. Vanderwell.
I move to approve the agenda as submitted.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Minutes. Do we have any additions or corrections to the minutes? If not, I'm looking for a motion. Mr. Anderson.
Move to approve the minutes from the Sparks City Council meeting for July 28th, 2025.
Ms. Bybee.
I'll second that motion.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Motion carries unanimously. All right, it's the Diane Vanderwell Show, 7.1, Carpenters Union Local 971 Appreciation Day.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You want to have one of your representatives
We're going to have
come
a
up?
couple come down, if you will, one for the apprentices and one for their volunteer committee is what I'm going to do.
We want
So,
you to get on
Go ahead and,
with our millions of viewers. Go ahead and have a seat. Thank you.
okay. So, whereas Carpenters Union Local 971 was established in Reno, Nevada in 1902 and has proudly served as a pillar of the local construction industry for over 120 years, and whereas Carpenters Union Local 971 currently represents 1,032 skilled members working in northern Nevada construction trades, and whereas Local 971 is a proud member of the Western States Regional Council of Carpenters, representing nearly 100,000 members across 12 Western states and affiliated with the United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners of America, one of the largest building trade unions in North America. And whereas in July 2025, apprentices from Carpenters Union Local 971 generously provided the labor and materials to construct raised planter beds for the Sparks Senior Center, supporting senior wellness and community gardening. And whereas the Carpenters Union Participation Program, CUP, is a council-wide volunteer initiative designed to give back and make meaningful contributions within local communities. And whereas, as part of the CUP program, union members donated their time and talent to install the raised planter beds and fill them with soil, ensuring they were ready for our seniors to plant and cultivate vegetables and herbs. And whereas, thanks to the dedication of Carpenters Union Local 971, their apprentices and volunteers, the Sparks Senior Center now features a vibrant gardening space where seniors can engage in wellness, community, and the joy of harvesting the fruits of their labor. Now, therefore, I, Ed Lawson, Mayor of the City of Sparks, Nevada, do hereby proclaim August 11th, 2025 as Carpenters Union Local 971 Appreciation Day.
Give us your name for the record and say a few words if you'd like.
Sure. Anyway,
You got to kind of push it hard.
there
There
it
we
goes.
go.
All right, I want to thank everybody.
a worthy project that we have. We love to volunteer. We love to support our community. I think to be able to get out there and get the carpenters to show that we care about our community. And it's just something we had a lot of fun. We did it with Mr. Abbott and Ms. Vanderwell, and Ms. Bybee was all there. We had a great morning, actually. So it was a lot of fun. The apprentices couldn't be here today. Obviously, they're working. A lot of guys are working. So we really appreciate that we had the opportunity. If something else comes up again, we're available. So feel free to let us know. Thank you.
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you all. For the record, my name is Jesse Garibay. I'm the president of the local, also a political deputy for the council and career connections director. And I'd like to say thank you for having us here today and for the recognition and certificates. We'll make sure the apprentices, it gets out to the apprentices. And just like Dave Stouffer mentioned, if y'all have any other events or anything that we can do for the community, please reach out to us. Thank you all.
We'd be happy to support the community. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys,
We're gonna
we're gonna
take a
take a
motion.
picture right over here if
And
you'll.
Mr. Mayor, before we do it,
What's
I
that?
just want to say, I want to say thank you because with this project, what it shows is it shows how with public-private and working with the community that we can make things happen, that it's not just one side or the other. So I can't thank you guys enough for stepping up. And we're also going to thank Moana Nursery for their donation and everything else. But this is what happens when community comes together and works together. So I want to thank you guys very much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to 7.2. I saw Deanna just cruised in here. Come on up there, Deanna, and have a seat so I can embarrass you a little bit in front of the millions of YouTube viewers we have. I'll read this proclamation. Whereas Moana Nursery was established in 1967 and has proudly served the Northern Nevada community for over 5 decades. And whereas Moana Nursery is committed to making a positive impact in our region, embodying the spirit of giving back through community engagement and support. And whereas Moana Nursery location on Pyramid Way features an expansive greenhouse showcase, showcasing a remarkable variety of plants, enhancing the beauty and biodiversity in our area. Whereas on July 25th, 2025, Moana Nursery generously donated 10 cubic yards of soil and mulch along with 10 tomato plants to fill the newly constructed raised planter beds at the Sparks Senior Center. And whereas this generous donation has enriched the lives of our local seniors, fostering a sense of community and well-being through the joys and benefits of gardening. And whereas the City of Sparks commends Moana Nursery for their continued dedication to beautifying our community and enhancing the quality of life for our residents. Now, therefore, I, Ed Lawson, Mayor of the City of Sparks, do hereby proclaim August 11th, 2025 as Moana Nursery Appreciation Day. Thank you. Not to mention the 300 trees you give us every year, too. That's awesome.
Thank you so much for having us here today, Mayor and council members and city staff. We appreciate you very much. I'm Deanna, part owner, and we've got Brad here from Pyramid Way that was actually the guy that helped Diane and her team. And on behalf of Moana Nursery, I want to thank you for this wonderful proclamation for recognizing our donation of soil and tomato plants and now trees. We love working with the City of Sparks. I can't say that enough. Like, your staff, everyone from start to finish has been delightful, does what they said they're going to do. We really enjoy it, and being a business owner in your city means a lot that you do such a good job. So thank you very much for doing all of that. We believe gardening is so much more than plants, right? It's about nurturing connection, joy, well-being. And our hope is that these beds will not only produce delicious and fresh food, but also spark moments of conversation, learning, and friendship for years to come amongst our seniors. So thank you for the opportunity, Diane. We really appreciate you thinking of us. And to everyone here, we love working with the City of Sparks. If you need something that Moana Nursery can do, don't hesitate to ask us, because we will do our best. Within our reach, we would love to be able to be a part of it. Community is important to us. We recognized at some point that we did a heck of a lot for Reno and Washoe County, but we didn't do a lot for Sparks. So we reached out to the mayor, and he was kind enough to let us do this tree donation program, which is increasing your canopy by 300 a year. And we appreciate Julie and the Parks Recreation Department for all the support that they've lent us to make that project and program a success. So thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.
Anything to add?
Brad, what do you think of it?
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to work for the City of Sparks.
Give us your name for the record.
My name is Brad Trodo.
Thanks, Brad. All right, we're gonna take a picture real quick. Okay, well, comments from the council?
I just want to thank, Deanna, I want to thank you and Brad and Moana Nursery for, that was a lot of dirt. Just your donation of that, but your commitment to the community, the tree program is amazing. And I love your nursery and what you've done over there. In fact, I was just there. We redid a backyard, so I bought some grasses for my backyard to put in pots. And so your staff, every time I'm over there, could not be more gracious and more helpful to the Carpenters Union, those apprentices. The work they did on those boxes is unbelievable. And we posted on social media. They're huge, for starters. I never thought we'd be able, we just kept emptying bag after bag after bag. And just to see them filled, to see them, then to be able to plant the tomatoes and the herbs and squash and things was really just, it felt community, it felt a real connection with our workers here, being able to add to the community, and with you, and then with those of us with the city. I was happy and honored to be a part of that, so thank you all very much.
Well, we commit to helping with this year after year. I think it's important. Gardening is at our core, and we'd love to be a part of it every year. And it just gives me one exciting note. Our Minden farm just started growing fresh cut flowers. And so we're pretty stoked about, we did it as a test, and they were so successful that we started selling them $1 a stem at the Moana Lane location for starters. But there's more to come, because now that we are growing ourselves, we can be price competitive, and we can continue to do the things that we need to do in our community to be sustainable and healthy and happy. So thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, let's take a picture. Okay. All right, let's move on to consent items. Anyone wishing to pull a consent item? If not, I'm looking for a motion. Ms. Vanderwell.
I move to approve consent items 8.1 through 8.3.
Mr. Abbott.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Motion carries unanimously. All right, 9.1. Consideration, discussion, and possible approval of an opioid-related national settlement agreement, AC 6138, pursuant to the One Nevada Agreement on allocation of opioid recoveries. One Nevada Agreement for participation in a 57 million, it's near 58 million, how's that? Settlement with Purdue Pharma and the Sackler family with the city of Sparks. Anticipated share being approximately $103,763.49, paid over 10 years. Brandon?
Mayor, council, if it's okay with you, I'll briefly discuss 9.1 and 9.2 together.
That's fine.
Really require a separate motion, but these are two separate, really 9 separate opioid-related settlements from outside counsel. This first one, 9.1, is obviously the bigger one. It's Purdue Pharma. Will wind up being the $103,000 figure is after attorney fees. Before it was about $138,000, but outside counsel has been working since we retained them in December of 2019, and these have been coming in slowly over the years. The 8 manufacturer ones are obviously smaller, less known entities that are a pretty minor dollar amount, but we still need to go through the motions of getting the correct signatures. So with that, outside counsel is recommending approval of each of the settlement agreements and asks that the council give City Manager Louthan approval to sign each of the settlement participation forms.
Okay. Question, Mr. Anderson?
Brandon, can you remind us on these settlements? I mean, they're not huge amounts that we receive as a city, but they add up. How are we allowed to use those funds specifically?
Each of the settlements has restrictions. Each one is slightly different, but the general gist is the money should go toward some sort of public health safety tasks or funding that's related to the impacts of the opioid epidemic, medical, police, fire, things like that. These are the areas where the city has been impacted by it. So I've worked with our finance team and also with the Attorney General's office on outlining that guidance of what the funds can and can't be used for. Unfortunately, we can't use it to build our new stadium. That's the examples from the old tobacco litigation where courts now, when they're approving settlements, they want restrictions on what it can be used for.
All right, thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome.
Any other questions from the council? All right, let's take 9.1. I'm looking for a motion. Mr. Anderson?
Move to approve the proposed settlement agreement AC 6138 with Purdue Pharma and Sackler family and authorize the city manager to execute necessary settlement participation form.
Mr. Abbott?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Motion carries unanimously. 9.2, consideration, discussion, and possible approval of 8 opioid-related litigation settlements pursuant to the One Nevada Agreement on allocation of opioid recoveries. I don't know why I have a hard time with opioids as a word. One Nevada Agreement for participation in a nearly $9 million settlement with Alvogen, AC 6139, Amneal, AC 6140, Apotex, AC 6141, Hikma, AC 6142, Indivior, AC 6143, Mylan, AC 6144, Sun, AC 6145, and Zydus, AC 6146, with the city of Sparks' anticipated share of being approximately $15,976.97, paid over varying installments. Do you have anything to add?
Nothing to add, sir.
We got nothing to add. I am looking for a motion. Ms. Bybee?
I move to approve the proposed settlement agreements with Alvogen, AC 6139, Amneal, AC 6140, Apotex, AC 6141, Hikla, AC 6142, Indivior, AC 6143, Mylan, AC 6144, Sun, AC 6145, and Zydus, AC 6146, and authorize city manager to execute necessary settlement participation forms.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Thanks, Brandon. 9.3, consideration discussion of possible approval of an agreement, AC 6135, with Carollo Engineers, Inc., and the City of Reno for design and construction of management service for the Truckee Meadows Water Reclamation Facility Heat Loop Near-Term Boiler Replacement Project in the amount of $882,588, with Spark share being $276,867.86. Casey.
All right, well, good afternoon, Mayor Lawson and members of council. For the record, Casey Menser, Treatment Plant Manager at the Truckee Meadows Water Reclamation Facility. So this item here, it relates to the failure of several pieces of Tumwharf's combustion heating equipment that I presented on at the July 14 City Council. As a reminder, due to a mechanical failure of a heat exchanger at the plant, the heat loop at Tumwharf became compromised with process fluids, and it ended up resulting in the failure of 3 out of 8 pieces of combustion heating equipment that we have. That's a significant loss to our total facility heating capacity. Luckily for us, though, Carollo Engineers, they were already under contract as they were designing different heat loop improvements at the facility. So we were able to have them pivot and be able to focus on fixing that problem, that sort of unrelated heat loop problem. And so they were able to identify the equipment that we need to restore that heating capacity. We've already gone forth and purchased that, given the long lead times for that. Now, what this agreement is looking to do is to have them fully complete the design around that equipment, as well as prepare bid documents and then provide construction or engineering services during construction. Given the emergency nature of this project, Carollo Engineers, they have actually continued progressing forward with the design, and we are now at the 90% design stage. They've been working in good faith just so that they don't slow the city down and we can help address this critical need. They hope to have everything complete for a bid period to start on August 15th. So we have been expeditiously moving forward. I would then look to come back to council on September 8th to hopefully award construction of the project to the chosen bidder. With that, I'm happy to answer any and all questions.
Question from the council. Ms. Bybee.
So Casey, this is strictly for design and construction management services of the project, which is a huge project that we're looking to do. And obviously, we need to have it up and running. I know the time frame to get it in. The meeting I was at the other day talked about, we're looking at winter, so trying to get, now it doesn't matter. Today, especially we wouldn't need the heat, but as we move into winter, when you do the contract for construction, we're going to be looking to get that done as quickly as we can so that we're not in January, have no heat. And is that kind of give me an idea where we are in that
Yes.
next phase is construction, which obviously is going to be quite a bit also.
Yes, that's correct. So to your question, this is just covering the design of those improvements and the construction management services that they'll be providing. They are, as you indicated, it's hot today, but winter is fast approaching when equipment has a lead time of 24 weeks, and so they're also looking at incorporating within this design temporary sort of contingency plans for if we have delays, if we hit snags, then how we can utilize either existing equipment or rental equipment, and how we can design ways that they can start building now for us to be able to tap into those kind of contingency pieces of equipment to keep the facility heated. So that's also incorporated in this contract.
Mr. Anderson.
Casey, I was just wondering, I know this wasn't planned to be done right now, but as they're working on this and designing it, what type of efficiencies that will improve the operations that are being built into what they're doing now?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So we are trying to be expeditious, but keeping in mind that this is going to be a permanent installation for the facility, and there are certainly efficiencies to be gained. Right now, we have a lot of disparate places throughout the facility where we have different pieces of heating equipment. We're trying to consolidate, make fewer pieces of equipment to help us with long-term operations and maintenance and make them, larger. Right now, the way that we have to heat certain portions of our process, we have multiple pieces of equipment. So we have these things called sludge heaters, where they are both a boiler and a heat exchanger kind of compassed, coupled together. We're looking at separating everything out and to further reduce the chance of any sort of cross connection or mechanical failures that could impact our heat system, like what we saw here. And so we're separating those out entirely. And so this is going to be the first stage of that, where we have boilers that will heat the water and then heat exchangers that will heat all of our process fluids. So we're going to consolidate, do much more with fewer pieces of equipment, and I think enhance our long-term operation.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you, your team working to figure out the best way to do it. Hopefully avoid this in the future, as well as it sounds like the vendor's been doing a good job of helping, as you said, pivot and deal with this, plus look at the efficiency. So great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the council? If not, I am looking for a motion. Mr. Abbott.
I move to approve the agreement AC-6135 with Carrillo Engineers, Inc. and the City of Reno for design and construction management services for the Truckee Meadows Water Reclamation Facility Heat Loop Near-Term Boiler Replacement Project in the amount of $882,588, with Sparks' share being $276,867.86.
Mr. Rodriguez. Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. 9.4, consideration, discussion of possible approval of a contract AC 6136 with the City of Reno and Nuvoda LLC for purchase of a license and equipment for the mobile organic biofilm technology as part of the Truckee Meadows Water Reclamation Facility mobile organic biofilm retrofit project in the amount of $778,000, with Sparks' share being $244,058.60. You guys love to have these long explanations.
Just for clarity.
You're very good at it. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor Lawson and city council members. For the record, Austin Martin, I'm the treatment plant engineer over at the Truckee Meadows Water Reclamation Facility. For many of you that have been on the council for a while, you've heard us talking about this project for years. So in summary, Tomorph has wrapped up an 18-month pilot on the mobile organic biofilm process. It was one of 3 different pilots that were performed out of the treatment plant, basically encompassing process intensification. What can we do more to provide higher quality treatment with the existing infrastructure without, at the time, expanding our facility at this time? This pilot was deemed successful by Tomorph staff, our consultant at Jacobs Engineering, as well as the University of Nevada, Reno. And so with that, we're looking to move forward with the purchase of the intellectual property for this portion of the treatment of the facility, which encompasses about 20 to 25% of our flow, as well as the equipment needed to run the reactor. With that, I'd like to open up for any questions.
Questions from the council? Very good. A great explanation.
Thanks.
No question. All right, no questions. I'm looking for a motion. Mr. Anderson.
I move to approve the contract AC 6136 with the City of Reno and Nuvoda LLC for the purchase of license and equipment for the mobile organic biofilm technology as a part of the Truckee Meadows Water Reclamation Facility mobile organic biofilm retrofit project in the amount of $778,000, with the Spark share being $244,058.60.
Ms. Bybee.
I'll second that motion.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
Public hearing, Madam Clerk, 10.1.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is public hearing, consideration, discussion, and possible approval of a memorandum of understanding AC 6137 between the City of Sparks and Sparks Police Supervisory Protective Association lieutenants regarding education requirements and education incentive pay and related to health enrollment and benefits at the time of retirement with no direct financial impact.
Shauna.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mayor and City Council. Shauna Halterman, Human Resources Director, for the record. For your consideration today is an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, between the City of Sparks and the Sparks Police Supervisory Protective Agency related to lieutenants, known as SPSPA. Following recent negotiations and signing of a collective bargaining agreement, the need for a correction was discovered in relation to education incentive pays. The CBA allows for either an 8% education incentive pay for a bachelor's degree or a 10% education incentive for a master's degree. A bachelor's degree is required for the police lieutenant position, and therefore it should not be a special pay. As a solution, in lieu of the 8% bachelor's degree education pay, the 8% will be added into the base salary for lieutenants, and the master's degree is reduced from 10% to 2% because the 8% is already included in their base pay. They got either or, not both. The bargaining unit is agreeable to the revision. The proposed MOU also makes a minor change related to health care cash out and eligibility at separation of retirement. If approved, this MOU would correct the education incentive pay discrepancy and outdated language related to health upon separation. There is no financial impact since the education incentive the lieutenants are already receiving is being shifted into their base pay. I'm open to any questions, and this is a public hearing.
Questions from the council? Okay. This is a public hearing. Anyone in the public wishing to speak on this item? Bill? Okay, we'll have Shauna talk to you in a minute. All right, anyone else in the public wishing to speak? All right, we'll bring it back to the dais, and I am looking for a motion. Mr. Abbott.
I move to approve the memorandum of understanding AC-6137 between the City of Sparks and the Sparks Police Supervisory Protective Association lieutenants regarding education requirements and the education incentive pay and related to health enrollment and benefits at the time of retirement with no direct financial impacts.
Ms. Vanderwell.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Motion carries unanimously. All right, planning and zoning, we don't have any comments from the public. Madam Clerk, do you have any public comment cards?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
Anyone in the public wishing to speak? All right, it's announcement from the mayor, city council, and city manager. Mr. Manager, you got anything?
Nothing today, Mayor. Thank you.
Council, Mr. Anderson, Ms. Vanderwell first.
Yes, I would like to congratulate our colleague, Councilman Rodriguez, for his recent promotion to State Fire Marshal.
There we go. Anyone else? Yep. Mr. Anderson.
So this weekend, City of Sparks had a couple of cool events that were very successful. The Hot August Nights event downtown, great turnout. And then wanted to thank our Parks and Rec Department in both of those events, that they also had the Wild West Watercross event down at the marina. And not only to Councilman Abbott's concern, the City of Sparks is well advertised in everything they did. And it was cool too that they even recognized the City of Sparks, thanking the city for allowing them to hold the event here. It too was very successful. So just wanted to let everyone know, go Sparks.
There was a lot of people there.
Yes.
It was very busy.
Even though it was very hot.
That's why you got water.
And I believe it's the final round. Like, they find out championships is here in
Okay.
Sparks. JR also is a Sparks resident. He shaved our head with us too for when we raised money for children's cancer.
Well, I'm glad that the point got across that this is not the city of Reno,
Yes.
that we are the city of Sparks. Anyone else? Ms. Spivey, you have anything? No? Okay. Then we are adjourned. How about that? 34 minutes.
Well done.
So now we gotta convince them that the rib cook best in the West rib cook-off is not in Reno.
Yeah.